What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Grow with Damien. And I'm just here to talk. You know, I was gonna have a basis for this video, like a topic, but I just want to talk. And whoever this is for, first and foremost, let's stop, take a deep breath. And out. Relax. Okay. So, first, I just want to talk about energy, right? Now, I don't know if y'all are aware, but this whole world is energy, right? Money, love, cars, all of it is energy, right? We are energy. We are energetic beings. So we attract energy. So like we attract people, we attract money, we attract whatever we direct our energy towards, right? So we are energy. Everything is energy. We're energetic beings, so we attract energy, right? So one of my first things I want to say is to be intentional on where you direct your energy. What I mean by that is, if you want to be a doctor, do the things that you need to do to be a doctor throughout the time that you're awake in this world, right? So what I mean by that is like, okay, study your notebooks, watch videos of doctors and whatever field you're in, read books upon it, and do everything you can, right? So that your reality will literally, you're aligning yourself. So by you watching and filling yourself up with this throughout the majority of your day, then that's what your reality is going to become more and more and more. And it's going to be easier to get there, right? So be intentional on where you direct your energy. Because, and the second part is, well, I kind of said it with saying that, where your energy goes, your energy grows. So before that, you got to get this right, your mind. Now, believe it or not, your mind is your most powerfulest weapon you have. It isn't your most powerfulest. Your soul, that's what we are. We are our mind and our soul. And not even our mind. We are our soul. But our mind aligns with it, right? So become a master of your mind. And how do you become a master of your mind, right? Quiet. Stop watching stuff. Stop listening to music. Stop always talking every time you're alone and having to be around people. Just stop for a second. Give yourself 30 minutes to an hour. Just be quiet. Listen to yourself. Listen to your thoughts. Because we subconsciously, our subconscious dictates our reality, and we can't really control our subconscious, right? Or as they say, or from my knowledge. But one thing that I do know is the more repetitive you are with things, so if you're giving yourself affirmations every day, and you're always watching positive things and always listening to positive music, that's what your reality, that's what your life, that's what your subconscious is going to be shaped as, right? Because of course, there's always negative things in this world. It's always going to be cussing and killing and fighting, and it's always going to be temptation out there. It's always going to be lust. It's always going to be all those things. It's always going to be sinners. It's always going to be sin within this world, right? But you dictate if you're a sinner or, let's say, a winner, because it rhymes, right? But it's up to you to do that. Look around you, your environment, everything. That's you. Your reality is a reflection of you. So if your room's dirty, your house dirty, you dirty. And dirty is more than you have dirt on you and stuff. Your mind can be dirty. Every time you can't even talk to a girl, or females can't even talk to a guy without thinking sexual thoughts. They just look at them as a piece of meat for their private parts, or to have sex with them, or to do nasty things with them. They can't even look at them and have a regular conversation without all that stuff, because your mind's dirty. Your mind is congested with all those demons, negative things, whatever you want to call it. But demons are very real, right? And the spiritual realm is more real than this. So get your mind right. And that's the thing. You don't have to cut out everything, because like me, I'm like, well, why would I even play games with killing in it, or do this or do that? And I mean, I'm right. Sometimes I ain't gonna lie. It's sometimes like a dang, I don't want to let this go type of thing. But also it's like, it's things that are way more important, way more, like, if that makes sense. Like, let's say if I'm playing God of War. If y'all know what God of War is, about Kratos, the God of War, killing people and animals or demons or whatever, right? Or like GTA, playing GTA, right? But that's the thing. I know that I'm not gonna go out there and kill somebody or take somebody's car or whatever like that, because I know it's a video game, right? I know that that's not real life. Now, in real life, if I actually see people doing that all around me and stuff, of course I'm gonna be more inclined to like smoking. Smoking was one of my biggest things. You wanna know why? Because everybody around me smoked. You know, we do things because it's around us. That's how we are, especially as kids, especially growing up, especially with kid-minded, because that's the thing. I'm a firm believer that no matter how old you are, some people are mentally still kids. Some people will see somebody do something and do that. They can't even think for themselves. They can't even, like, not go with the crowd, not go out to eat with their peoples, or they, because everybody else going out, they have to go out. They can't just be the oddball out, because then they're gonna be labeled as the oddball, and a lot of people don't want to be labeled as that. They don't want to read books while everybody talking about sports and all that stuff, because then they're gonna be labeled, or they're gonna feel like, oh, you know, all that. You're projecting all that negativity on you, and it's not your fault, but it gets to a point where it is your fault. You dictate all of that. So no matter what I say to y'all, right, I can still do things that I know I'm not supposed to do, right? Whose fault is it? It's not, no, it's my fault, right? So the mind, you get it right. Please, meditation, prayer, get in that Bible. Even if you're not Christian, whatever you do it to get your mind right. Deep breathe. Speak affirmations on your life. Speak positivity on your life. Love your life. And that's kind of a basis of the prior scenario. If you love your life, it don't really matter what other people think. It don't matter. You wanna know why? Because as long as you love your life, and as long as you are okay with what you're doing, and you are, as long as you're good, the whole world's good, you know? As long as you're viewing everything as having a growth mindset, you're looking at everything as to learn and grow. So no matter what I do today, I know I'm learning and growing, right? I know I'm not perfect. I'm a human, and that doesn't give me leeway or give me, no, I know if I do certain things that I'm not supposed to do, I know it ain't right. But at the end of the day, it's like, it's okay. Just learn and grow from this. Learn and grow. Learn and grow. I'm a big believer that you should always be learning and growing. Oh, what are you doing? So yeah, be intentional with your energy. Get your mindset right so you can be intentional with your energy. Because that's the thing. If you're pouring the energy to stuff, like, if you don't know what you want to be in life, or if you don't know what your heaven sent gift is, or you don't know what your passions are and what you would actually love to do, then how can you pour anything into that? You're pouring into things that's not filling you with the stuff that you need or want in a soulful way, in a spiritual way, right? So another thing, make yourself a priority. You are number one priority. Like, and another thing, just as much as I'm talking to whoever else is up here, this is for me, right? I need to remember all this stuff. And I know all this stuff because I'm not reading off no notebook or nothing. These are just stuff that I talk about myself. I live by since 2 years ago. Yeah. And I'm still young with it, and I know what I need to do, but sometimes I fail, right? Sometimes I do wrong, right? But that's the point. It's like, from my understanding, it's like, these are lessons that need to be learned. Everything's going to God's plan. It's certain things I will do, certain things I won't do. Certain things I do good at, some things I'm not really doing good at right now. But it's all a lesson to be learned. But back to what I was saying, prioritize yourself. Prioritize yourself. God first and yourself. God, yourself. Those are the only two people that, God's not even a person. God and you. You're the only person that matters within your life. You treat yourself right. You treat yourself good. You love yourself. You care for yourself. You clean up for yourself. You work for yourself. You do everything for yourself. Because guess what? It's not being selfish. You want to know why? Because then once you meet people, if you talk to yourself about your mental health, right? If you say affirmations and all that,